Welcome to the deep dive, where we take your sources and, we try to cut through the noise. Today, we're looking at something I think we all deal with, trying to figure out what's credible online. We've got a source here that claims to be an unbiased review of a site selling something called Vacuum Genie.
And just to be super clear, our goal here isn't to review the product at all. We're looking at the review itself. This is purely educational commentary, all about consumer transparency and just how people gather information.
Right.
What's really fascinating here is the huge gap between what the source promised, this real certainty, and the conclusion they actually came to.
Yeah, they promised to break it all down so you'd know exactly what's worth your time or money. So, okay, let's break this down.
Let's do it.
Their whole method seems to hang on checking, and they say this specifically, 40 different elements to see if the site is legit.
40? That sounds like a lot.
It does. And they mention a few, like checking hidden content, website hosting, what technology being used, and this one I love, location popular.
Okay, so a lot of technical jargon there. And we have to ask, what do these things actually tell us? I mean, checking website hosting or what tech is being used?
Yeah, what does that prove?
It really just confirms that the website exists and that it, runs. They're basically measuring the health of the digital box, not what's actually inside it.
And what about location popular? Is that like where the server is or how many people visit?
It's a bit vague, isn't it? But usually with these automated checks, it just refers to the reputation of the data center's physical location.
So even with all this deep technical sounding stuff, they did find some positive things.
They did. They reported that the trust score was good and that the server was running smoothly. Based on that, they said it might be an average website.
Might be average, so kind of neutral.
Exactly.
So after all that due diligence, checking the hosting, the smooth server, all 40 elements, what was the final definitive verdict on whether this site was legit?
Well, this is where the whole thing just, it completely falls apart.
Oh.
After listing every single one of these metrics, the source gives what might be the most unhelpful conclusion I have ever seen. And this is a direct quote. The website appears to be a scam or legit website.
Wait, what? A scam or legit?
A scam or legit, yeah.
That's not a review, that's a coin flip.
Yeah.
If checking 40 different things, most of them automated, doesn't get you a clear answer, doesn't that prove the entire method is kind of flawed?
It absolutely does. It shows you the real limits of these automated checks. Technical data can confirm that something is operationally sound, but it tells you nothing about intent.
Right.
You can have a perfect server, a fast website, everything encrypted, and still be selling something that isn't what it claims to be.
That's a huge takeaway here, because the source promises to give us the legit message of this site, but then they punt it right back to you, the consumer. They say you should make a right conclusion on the basis of manual research.
And that really connects to the bigger picture, doesn't it? It shows that all this data server location, the tech they use, it's just a starting point.
Just data points.
Exactly. Real consumer transparency comes from you taking that data and combining it with your own critical thinking, actual manual research.
Like checking third-party reviews or, seeing if there are complaints filed somewhere.
Precisely.
So what does this all mean then? I mean, our deep dive here really shows that just relying on a long list of technical checks, it's not enough to figure out if you can trust someone online.
Not at all. It's a way for a reviewer to sound really thorough, but at the end of the day, they're avoiding making the tough call.
Yeah.
And we always encourage you to use this kind of information to guide your own investigation. Remember, just because there aren't any technical red flags, that doesn't mean it's a green light.
So we'll leave you with a final thought to chew on. If a review analyzes all these technical details, but still tells you to do your own manual research, what is the single most critical piece of evidence? The one human-verified thing that you should look for when you're sizing up an online seller you've never heard of before?
Something to think about.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.